That's Tony Hancock in. Hancock's half hour.
Well, I've got my own back, Sid. Number 23 Railway Cuttings is now officially my property once more.
So, there was no need to panic after all. Everything turned out all right in the end. I told you I wouldn't let you down.
Don't panic. I'd lost my own. The police were asking why I half demolished my next-door neighbour's house while he was on holiday. Of course I was panicking. And when haven't you let me down?
I've suffered as well. I haven't come out of it too well either. I've just had a tax bill for 25 grand from the tax man.
In your name, I trust. You're no longer pretending to be Dominic Cummings, I hope. I don't want him turning up calling me useless.
I never pretended to be Dominic Cummings. It was an honest mistake.
You've never done anything honest in your life, Sid, including an honest mistake. Now we have to start putting some crooks in jail to earn back some of the money we've lost. What have you got for us?
I've got an operatic version of Cinderella that's demanding the right to start production before July the 19th.
Oh, no, you haven't. Oh, yes, he has. So Cinderella shall not go to the ball, you mean?
The couple causing all the kerfuffle are the well-known writers Andrew Lloyd Webber and Rachel Ricecle. They're planning to break lockdown to put on the performance and say no one can stop them.
Well, I'll leave that one to you, Sid. You're used to chasing women in tights, so I've heard. Whilst I shall tackle the more ardent criminals in East Cheam.
I've heard Andrew Lloyd Webber and Rachel Ricecle can be quite an handful, Hancock. They've got friends in high places. We're talking Soho here.
Friends in high places? What, like Peter Pan and Captain Hook, I suppose? All zooming around on wires. How much do you think we are going to earn by stopping this overblown Christmas panto, Sid?
It's a bit more upmarket than that, Hancock. We're talking West End musicals here. Andrew Lloyd Webber and Rachel Ricecle are big names in the business. Ain't you heard of shows like Jeremy Clarkson Superstar, Rye Vita and Dogs?
I can't be doing with all that sort of stuff, Sid. I'm not a fan. If you ask me, Cinderella doesn't really want to go to the ball. She'd rather be down the disco with a pint of lager. All I care about, Sid, is how much is this load of nonsense worth to Hancock's heroes?
I've heard rumours Lloyd Webber and Rachel Ricecle have got $500,000 tied up in the show, and they reckon if lockdown ain't lifted on July the 19th, they'll go bust. They'll both end up as poor as Cinderella, won't they?
Never mind about those two. What do we stand to get if they are prosecuted and found guilty?
On account of their holding a gathering for over 100 people, we're permitted to fine them 10 grand each.
20,000. Well, that will do very nicely. Is there any way we can speed this up, though, Sid? I'm not sure our bank balance can last to July the 19th.
I'll see what I can do, Hancock. I'll do a bit of stirring, shall I?
Pleased to meet you, Baron Lloyd Webber. I've heard a lot about you.
Yes, good evening. My name is bandied about in the gut press like some tawdry tarp on the arm of a Premiership footballer.
Oh, so you're married to a Premiership footballer, are you, Baron?
No, I'm not. Don't be disgusting.
But you do know why you're here, don't you, Baron Snide? Soho Council reckon you're going to flout the lockdown rules and put on your production.
I don't know why we have to slum it in Soho, do you, Andrew? It's the pits, all those men in dirty Macs. We should be on at the Albert Hall with all those patriots and Union Jack. I'm still not appreciated after all these years. You've heard of my first hit, haven't you? Jeremy Clarkson Superstar.
Yeah, of course I have. I went to see it in 1977, Baron Snide.
Everybody's seen it, Sergeant James. It's a masterpiece, isn't it? I wrote the words, of course.
I thought Jeremy Clarkson was brilliant in it.
But he wasn't in it, was he? It's not that Jeremy Clarkson, not the idiot with the cars and the farm. It's meant to be the saviour.
I thought Jeremy Clarkson was the saviour.
This man's an uneducated Philistine, Andrew. They simply won't understand our point of view. They're probably the middle-class elite. How disgusting.
Don't you go calling my sergeant a Philistine. I'm afraid I'll have to report you as a hate crime.
Oh, don't you try and cancel me, John. It's free speech, don't forget. I didn't get what I am today kowtowing to wokes.
What's a woke, Sid? I don't know, but you're probably one, so don't worry about it.
Well, in that case, Dame Ricecle, I have to inform you that you are not permitted to put on your pantomime Cinderella before lockdown is lifted on July the 19th.
Pantomime? You didn't call it a bloody pantomime, did you? There you are then. You're wrong. It's an opera, like Fidelius. You want to see the Chuckle Brothers in it, I expect, but they can't sing, can they?
Well, if you can't get the Chuckle Brothers, what about Alfie Boe and Michael Ball?
What, did you call him, Rachel? A Philistine? You're wrong. He's the king of the Philistines, isn't he?
Now, look here, this is a serious business. We're talking about people's lives here. It's the law. Someone might catch COVID.
Well, if they do, at least they'll have seen a Johnny Good musical before they die. Oh, don't be so woke. Liberate yourself. Freedom. I shall take off all my clothes on July the 19th and run round the stage completely, totally liberated.
Well, that puts a completely different complexion on the matter, doesn't it, Dame Ricecle? Have you got a couple of tickets? Count me in. I am captivated by your charm, mademoiselle.
Yes, of course we have, and we will let everyone know you're coming and what you're coming for.
Watch out, Hancock. They're trying to trap you, aren't they? They want to make you part of their attempt to break lockdown.
Of course, you're quite right, Sid. I'm afraid I'm going to have to turn you down, Andrew Lloyd Webber and Rachel Risotto, as I've got another prior engagement. It's
the East Cheam Police reunion, isn't it, Hancock? We'll get fined if we don't attend. It's on Zoom, of course.
Yes, what he said. I go every year, it's black tie, and I usually get presented with an award, so it would be churlish of me not to be there in person, on Zoom, of course.
I'm afraid it's too late. We've already put your details onto the website. We're going to make you a celebrity, Inspector Hancock. The first policeman to purchase tickets for our pantomime Cinderella, and the man who's trying to charge us with an illegal gathering. We've reserved the royal box for you, of course. You can compare notes with Prince Charles. Try and say we're breaking the law now, won't you? You'll get egg on your face, or shall I say pumpkin. You're just the same as Matt Hancock. Same name too, I notice. Oh, you brothers, do as I say, not as I do.
Pumpkin?
Oh, heavens, don't you know anything? The pumpkin is a stagecoach in the production of Cinderella.
You're going to hit me in the face with a stagecoach? I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me, Sid. I got carried away. I don't really want to go. I thought it was expected of me to show a little healthy masculinity and appreciation of the female form.
I'm afraid you've got to be careful nowadays, Hancock. She's deliberately leading you astray. She's ruined the lives of many a man, or so I'm led to believe. For example, if her ample bosom falls out of her dress, don't touch it.
I've got no intention of touching her ample bosom. What do you take me for?
Just saying, that's all. I think I saw her adjusting it, getting ready.
Oh dear, I've really messed up this time, Sid. How can we charge them for having an illegal gathering if we're the star guests?
You're the star guest, you mean? I'm keeping a low profile down the East Cheam Arms. You can tell me all about it in the morning.
Come on now, Sid, we're pals. I've got 2 tickets, we're buddies. And I've been thinking we should spend a bit more time together. Think of it as a works do.
The headline is going to read, Baron Andrew Lloyd Webber and Dame Rachel Ricecle were arrested today by an Inspector Hancock for holding an illegal performance of Cinderella. And Inspector Hancock was forced to arrest himself at the same time because he also attended the premiere. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, yes, he did.
Hang on a minute, Sid. I'm going to have to be there anyway to arrest them, aren't I? I'm hardly a normal member of the audience after all. They've got nothing on me.
I think they've recorded the fact that you asked, or rather pleaded, to come to the premiere.
We're going to have another chat with our Baron up and the good fairy, aren't we, Sid? I'll ask you both over again to have a little chat about your opera Cinderella. I'm keen to come along and I want to know a bit more about it so I can enjoy it all the more.
Yes, it's wonderful and an extravaganza. It's cost us a fortune personally. If it's cancelled, we would go to the ball. I'd rather go to jail than let down my audience. Game it cost me $500,000. Yes, Inspector Hancock, you'll be glad to know I'll be playing the part of Cinderella, because she requires a soprano voice, and I am the foremost sopranoetta in the business. They say I've got the best lungs going around. As it's a modern production, I'll be wearing fishnets and Dr. Martens. You'll enjoy those, won't you?
I was having a bath last night when it occurred to me, of course, you have got insurance in case the show is cancelled, haven't you?
Insured? This is Freedom Day. We're not an old banger. We're flying by the seat of our pants in the theatre business, and we're not being all woke and PC, are we?
I'm sure you know what you're doing. What part do you play, Sir Andrew?
Well, obviously, I play the lead, Prince Charming, who has been changed in the name to Prince Sebastian for our show. We like to be a bit different, we do. The masses are clamouring to see it. People are travelling hundreds of miles, hundreds they are, just to see my baritone.
So, you're wearing tights then?
I'm sorry, what's that supposed to mean? I will be hugging Dame Rachel. We won't be wearing masks. You can't stop us. It's not necessary. It's not in the opera. It's authentic. You can't meddle with art. We're not going to make it up as we go along.
Can't you pretend not to wear masks, Baron Snide, or I'll have to get on stage to intervene?
Oh, no, you won't. Who the hell do you think you are? Inspector Matt Hancock.
Hancock? What's he got to do with it?
Well, he's in the play. It's a contemporary one. We have a Lothario named Zipper instead of a Button. He's always been caught with his pants down. Ghastly Mr. Zipper tries to seduce poor Cinderella, and she hits him over the head with a sack of nutty slack.
I hope you're not thinking about doing a matinee performance. This is hardly suitable for children, is it?
Red tape, red tape, red tape. Who said anything about children? They'll be in the bar area until they come on for the chorus at the end, of course.
Oh, no, they can't. It's against the law to allow children to drink alcohol in a public premises.
Oh, you're such a spoilsport. The children sing much better with a few drinks inside them, the little darlings.
Sir Andrew Lloyd Snide, I could charge you with offences under the Licensing Act 2003. However, from what you have just described, I think you never intended to put Cinderella on in the first place, and have insured it for millions in case it's cancelled. Then you hope to claim yet more money from the government.
Ooh, how dare you? Are you suggesting we're frauds and not dedicated writers, singers and actors? Come on, Dame Rachel, we're off. You'll be hearing from our lawyer.
What, does he sing as well? And make sure he sends us a cheque for £20,000 to cover our costs. Well done, Hancock. How did you know they had insured the musical in the hope it would never get put on? Just after you left yesterday, Sid, a man from the insurance company called, hoping to meet Snide and Ricecle here, and told me that they had insured Cinderella for over £1 million. I told him I thought they were trying to get the musical cancelled. He gave me £1 million life insurance on your good self as a thank you.
What do you want £1 million life insurance on me for, Hancock?